Hi, everyone. Thank you for joining Parkinson Voice Project for today's online Speak Out Home practice session. My name is Samantha Allendary. I'm a speech language pathologist and the founder of Parkinson Voice Project. I'm here to help you establish and maintain a consistent Speak Out Home practice routine. Today's topic is Shakespeare in the Park. Are you a Shakespeare fan? Everybody say Shakespeare in the Park with intent. Ready? Shakespeare in the Park. Again, every syllable with intent. You say it now. Next, I want to know, what did you do this weekend with intent? If you're practicing on our website, go ahead and chat. You need to type in your name first. You might not have to if you've already been chatting, but if you're new, go ahead and type in your name where it says type in your nickname. Put your name and where you're from. It's really neat to see where everybody is from. Tell me what you did this weekend with intent. This weekend, my family had a wonderful celebration. I'm going to show you a picture. Baby Harvey, my grandson, was baptized this weekend, and what's really even more special about this, the priest in the picture there is my husband's brother. He was just ordained a priest, so baby Harvey is the first baptism he conducted. You see my son there holding Harvey. That's my son Joseph. I have two children, and he is the godfather. And then in the back you see my daughter, Harvey's mother. That's my daughter Hannah. So very special day yesterday. All right, let's all take a sip of water with intent. Take your sip of water and really think about it when you swallow. When we are purposeful and intentional, we activate a part of the brain that is not as dependent on dopamine. So people with Parkinson's need to be purposeful. They need to concentrate and be intentional all the time. Let's do the first speak out exercise. Here we go. Project your voice across the room. May, me, my, mo, moo. Again. May, me, my, mo, moo. Again. May, me, my, mo, moo. High energy. We are not yelling from here. We are projecting our voices forward. We're speaking out. Let's do it again. May, me, my, mo, moo. One more time. May, me, my, mo, moo. Good. We're always reaching for the ending, not trailing off. Take a sip of water with intent. Speaking of intent, tomorrow is our Learn About Parkinson's webinar. It will be at 10:30 tomorrow. We host this once a month. All of you should attend this webinar. In fact, this after having your speech evaluation and after ordering your Speak Out workbook or getting access to the e-library, attending the Learn About Parkinson's is the next step in the Speak Out protocol. And in fact, we recommend that everybody attend it at least once a year. So please go ahead and register for that. Beth will put the link there, or you can go to our website and it's on the home page and you go ahead and register there. Not only you should attend, but your spouse and your children and any close friends. Okay, let's go ahead and move on to Speak Out exercise number 2, the ahs. Here we go. Ah. this for about 10 seconds. We're not trailing off. If you need to cut it short, that's fine. But if you can hold it that long, make sure it's strong all the way to the end. Let's do it again. Keep that mouth open wide. Let's do it again. Good. Are you ready for another one? Here we go. We do 5 of these. One more. Ready? The sound is always flying forward and you're putting forth a lot of energy. Let's take a sip of water with intent. Think about it as you swallow. All right, speak out exercise number 3, the glides. I want you to project out a steady ah and slowly glide up. Get as many little notes in there as you can. Here we go. Ah. Ah. Good. Let's do it again. Make sure to stop all the way when you get to the top. Let's do another one. Good. We're working hard. We're working with intent. Let's do it again. Good. That's enough glides. Let's go ahead and take a sip of water. Think about it, please. We're getting used to doing everything with intent. And you know what? Even if you don't have Parkinson's, like myself, I always do better when I really concentrate and I use intent. We're moving on to the counting. Counting re-coordinates the breathing pattern. The coordination of the breathing pattern is the main problem with the speech in Parkinson's. So this exercise targets that. Say every number, throw it in front of you, connect them. We say we do them in cursive, and stop at the end of each line. Ready? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Let's go backwards. Ready? 12, 11, 10. Speak out. 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Good. Let's count from 1 to 6. If you need to take a breath, it's okay. Do not think about the breathing at all. Just focus on speaking out. If you feel like you're running out of air, take a quick breath, but keep speaking out. 1 to 6. Here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Good job. Take a sip of water. We're working hard. We're using intent. Before we move on to the reading, I do want to thank all of you who have already made a donation to Parkinson Voice Project's June fundraiser. I really appreciate it. We had a number of donations come online and in the mail this weekend. Please, we raise money twice a year, so please go ahead. If you're practicing with us right now, go ahead and make a donation. Not right now, after the session, after your practice session, make a donation online. This is the time to pay it forward. Parkinson Voice Project doesn't charge for any of our services. We just ask that twice a year you pay it forward. You make a donation to help us keep doing what we love to do. All right, we're moving on to Shakespeare in the Park. Our reading, our topic is Shakespeare in the Park. We're reading with intent, so for the ahs and the glides, we were coordinating the breathing and the vocal folds. Now we're adding the mouth, the articulators. We did counting, but counting is easier than reading, so we're moving up the next step. Read these sentences with intent. Here we go. Shakespeare in the Park is an outdoor festival. Again, Shakespeare in the Park is an outdoor festival. I need to stress, it's every syllable with intent. It's exaggerated. It's like you're making a really big announcement and throwing. That's the only way to activate the speech and swallowing muscles, is to use high energy. Let's do the next one. The festival features Shakespearean plays. Again, the festival features Shakespearean plays. Stretch out those highlighted words. Next. It was founded by Joe Papp in 1954. Again, it was founded by Joe Papp in 1954. We're really exaggerating those highlighted words. Next, some Shakespearean plays are Macbeth and Hamlet. Did any of you practicing with us online, did you ever act in a Shakespearean play? Let's read this sentence again. Some Shakespearean plays are Macbeth and Hamlet. Go ahead. Oh, another one. Ready? Another play is The Taming of the Shrew. Again. Another play is The Taming of the Shrew. All right. And this quote by Joe Papp. Ready? I believe that great art is for everyone, not just the rich or the middle class. Again, with more intent. I believe that great art is for everyone, not just the rich or the middle class. Take a sip of water. All right. I want you to look at this poster. And by the way, this is a great exercise to practice using intent in conversation. I'm going to ask you some questions, like we're having a conversation. And you answer the questions based on what I ask you. Okay? All right. Who is sponsoring this play? Well, it is the Oklahoma Shakespeare in the Park. You see that at the top. Which play are they performing? Say it with intent. And when is this play going to be available? So many of you write and say that you struggle with transitioning your intentional voice, your exercise voice, to speaking with intent in conversation. Having somebody else ask you some questions based on something like this poster, or maybe an ad in the paper, things like that, that is such a good way to work on your conversation. Okay. What is the play that they are performing? Who is the play directed by? How much does it cost to go to see this play? Now let me ask you the questions again, but this time I want you to answer in a complete sentence. What play are they performing? Answer in a complete sentence. Who directed this play? Answer in a complete sentence. How much does it cost to see this play? Very good. Let's go ahead and do Dr. Boone's words. Please exaggerate the G's, the K's, and the NG's. Here we go. Gula ganga ga. Gula ganga ga. Next one with intent. Kukamanguka. Kukamanguka. Ready? Gangla. Gangla. Across your room. Next one. Kukla. Kukla. Go ahead and take a sip of water. We're going to read some famous quotes, Shakespeare quotes. And I'm going to ask you a question, okay? These are the top 10 famous quotes from Shakespeare. We're going to say number one and then read it, and then I'm going to ask you a question and you answer with intent. Let's read together. Number one, to be or not to be? That is the question. What play is that from? Say it with intent. Ready? Let's read together. Number two, all the world's a stage, and all the men and women merely players. What play is this from? Are you reading that with intent? Ready? Number three, a horse, my kingdom for a horse. What play is it from? Make sure that every syllable is with intent. So it would be Richard III, Act 5, Scene 4. Let's say that together. Richard III, Act 5, Scene 4. And we have time for one more. Ready? Number 4. We are such stuff as dreams are made on. Let's do that again. Ready? Number 4. We are such stuff as dreams are made on. What play is this from? Say every syllable with intent. Very good. If you're new to this session, maybe you don't realize that you can download today's reading material. Just look on top of the chat feature and you will see today's reading material. If you look below the chat feature, you will see the previous 4 days. Take what you've learned in this session and practice, practice, practice. If your conversation speech is not where you want it to be, you need to practice more on reading. Think of reading as the dress rehearsal for conversation. Reading has to come, reading with intent, has to come before you'll be able to speak in conversation with intent. Okay, thank you for joining me. Thank you for donating. We have until June 30th. If we raise $250,000 by June 30th, Parkinson Voice Project will receive an additional $100,000. Register for the Learn About Parkinson's webinar. It is tomorrow at 10:30 a.m. Central Time. Talk to your spouse, your family, your kids, your close friends. It's free, but you will be so happy that you attended. It will really make everything just come together. Thank you. I will be back tomorrow. Bye-bye.